Hi Cancer, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Cancer, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Star card. All right, so tribe, big endeavors, big goals, higher goals and aspirations. This could also be for a lot of you where you are looking at or into something that you would like to do or release into the digital sphere. Working on a website, maybe working on a digital product, maybe working on both of those things, all of the above, or maybe just thinking about where your next foray into the online community or world should be. Maybe you're looking for a tribe and you're going to start searching for them online. Remember this thing with the Star card as well, this is such a hopeful energy and it's so bright. And one of the things that I said with to Aries was this week, you know, and it actually kind of rings true for you as well, because this is part of what the Star card is about. This week you may feel a pull or a drive towards something that only you can see, that only you can hear, that only you can truly envision. It might not make sense to anybody else, and that higher calling or that moment of inspiration that finds you this week, you have to follow it, right? You just have to go in for it and say, okay, you know what, maybe nobody else can envision the thing that I can see in my head. Maybe nobody else understands what this this thing could be, right? Maybe you I'll give you an example. You spend like, you know, a large sum of money on this clapped out shell of a car, but you're like, in your head you can see what it looks like as the finished product and it's beautiful, right? This could be something like that, where somebody else doesn't necessarily see the intrinsic value in what it is that you're doing or the potential that it has to be, but you feel that burning desire. And because it is the Star card, you've got that trust in the universe to go after something that nobody else really sees or nobody else hears. This might be one of those things where you're just going to have to say, you know what, you don't get it. Once I've built it, you'll see it, right? Sometimes that's the way. Now, for those of you that haven't got your seat on the winter solstice yet, you can do that on the link in the description box below. I have two very special guests. We're going to be talking astrology, tarot, numerology. There's going to be card pulls. There's going to be future life progression and human design. So if you want to get your seat, you can do that on the link in the description box below. I've got Heather from Astrology with Heather. I've got Denise from Human Design with Denise. If you didn't see the Venus retrograde special that I put out recently, check it out. That will give you an insight into the types of energies, trends and themes that the Venus retrograde will have, but more importantly, the kind of energy that Denise is going to be talking about for the year ahead. All right, so for your actions and options, you've got the Empress. I love this for you, right? And this is why I say, like, whatever it is, you are building something that is, it's going to be your ticket, right? It's your abundance. This is you building an idea, maybe tapping into something that, again, only you can really see, right? You're planting a seed, you're, building or clearing your garden in some way, shape or form. And in a way, this makes sense to you, right? This could be you literally rolling up your sleeves, getting down and dirty with things, saying, right, okay, this needs to be done and this needs to be done, and you're just getting really into the process of it. It's like you're loving something into being. It's not just a case of like, you know, oh, I need to do this and, you know, one day I guess it will be great. It's like you're loving it now so that when it comes out, and this is the mark of anything that's great, right? Anything that we truly love, anything that is built with craftsmanship and love and care and attention, and, you know, the author or the chef or the, like, you can taste the love in food. I truly believe this. You know, it's like the difference, like you can have something at a restaurant and it's nice, you know, it's really good, but then, you know, when your partner cooks you that meal that you love, or, you know, your grandparents, hey, like, you know, I baked your favorite cake, you can literally taste the love, right? Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're creating, you are loving this thing into being, and because you love it, the world is going to love it. It's going to be truly marvelous. It's going to be wonderful. And I mean, these two cards together, I mean, I'm here for it. Okay. A little bit of sass there. Always goes well. Okay, wow. All right. Okay. So for your communications and conversations, you've got the High Priestess. This coupled with the Star card it's a few things, right? One, this week, don't be surprised if you're having a conversation with someone and they say something that to them maybe doesn't feel like, maybe you suddenly have a eureka moment from something that somebody says. And it might not make, it might not make sense to them. Maybe to them, they're like, this was just a bog standard conversation. And you're like, you're a genius, because it gives you, maybe it's going to click something in your brain and it gives you this amazing track or path that you can put your idea together on. This could be a sudden download. It's likely to come through the psychic centers, through the spiritual or the intuitive faculties. Why? Because there's a full moon this week. Why is that a big deal for you, even if it's not in your sign? Because you are ruled by the moon, right? So now I have moon in Cancer, so I'm definitely like, okay. So remember that, excuse me, the High Priestess is your psychic awareness, your psychic abilities, your intuitive vision, right? And she doesn't speak with words. The High Priestess is never, you're never going to hear, this is this, you need to know this. She speaks through dreams, through impressions, through gut hunches. She speaks to us through the imaginary and the intangible, right? So this week, pay attention, because you could be having a conversation this week and it sparks something in you and your intuitive faculty just starts to really fire up. You could have a dream, a download of information. You could have a really powerful idea for something that you want to bring out into the world, or how to get your idea out into the world in a way that is really very well received. Another way that this could show up for you as well, remember, this is hidden things revealed, right? So when we talk about hidden things revealed, we're talking about things being brought out of obscurity. We're talking about lies being discovered. We're talking about deceptions coming to the light. Now, the reason this is even more pertinent is because of the Star card. So this represents the online or the digital world, or the news, the media, etc. And this represents whatever it is that's been hidden. So it wouldn't surprise me this week if we see some big bombshell of information come out. It wouldn't surprise me if, you as a Cancer Sun, Moon or Ascendant, maybe some big secret is revealed to you this week. Maybe something is shared with you this week that has you kind of go, hang on, wait, what? Like, do you know what I mean? It could be one of those moments. So, expect that, especially in your conversations. When it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, some goal and wish and hope that you have for your career, this week you could start to see how it's possible. And I got to say this, I don't know why, but I kind of feel like maybe a boss or a colleague or a co-worker is saying, look, this might happen for you, but we can't talk about it right now. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, it's kind of a similar energy, but whatever your idea is, it's not ready yet, all right? This is not launch time. This is the time for you to keep building, to keep putting things together, to keep kind of getting things to where they need to be. Now, for those of you that are retired or no longer working, this might be a time where, something that you're maybe ready to share is kind of, maybe it's seeing the light of day. I mean, for some of you, this could be that you're delving into the psychic, into the spiritual. It tends to be when people retire, or they're not working, they start to look into the things that actually speak deeply to them. This could be a time where you're really putting time, energy, and effort into that. So for your love and relations, you've got the Five of Cups. I wouldn't say that this is like the end of a relationship, etc. What I actually feel like here, this could be for a lot of you, this might be an idea that comes up, not an idea, I almost want to say like this might be a theme that comes up in your relationship. So for those of you that are partnered, married, this could be a theme where you are kind of saying to yourself, okay, I think we're done with this now, right? I think we're ready to put this down. Or for some of you as well, maybe you're having a conversation about something that has been on your mind, or maybe your partner is bringing something up that's been on their mind, right? This hidden thing revealed. And the Five of Cups could see you saying, okay, well, you know what, then we're not going to do this anymore. Because the Empress is involved, this could be something to do with the social circle. Maybe your partner says to you, you know what, I actually really want to hang out with that person anymore, or you know, I don't like this person in your friendship circle. You know, in a relationship there's always someone, and vice versa, right? Maybe you're saying to your partner, actually I don't like this person, or I don't want them around. It doesn't seem to be an issue, to be honest with you. I think it's just when it comes up, it's like, okay, we'll deal with that, and we'll deal with it now. For those of you that are single, I mean, the Five of Cups could see you a bit more considerate when it comes to somebody that's previously been in your life. So you might be considering this week, maybe you're going backward in some way, right? And not necessarily in your actions, but certainly in, you know, it almost feels like maybe not the best, or not the most positive nostalgia, all right? So just be careful with that. For some of you as well, because you've got the Star card, the High Priestess, and the Five of Cups, this may be something that you find out about an ex or a relationship that's ended, and when you hear it, it's like, wow, I didn't know that, and now, you know, now that I know that, it really solidifies why I was, you know, walking away was the best thing to do. When it comes to your money and materials, you've got the High Priestess. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. I'm obsessed with the High Priestess. You've got this. Look at this. I mean, that's really nice, right? So Wheel of Fortune is great for money because it suggests that there are opportunities that are coming up for you out of the blue. Maybe some of them are really great, maybe some of them are smaller, that feed into those bigger things. Because this comes up with the High Priestess, this is a secret opportunity of some sort. Because you've got the Star card here, this could be some big project that comes up, something that lands in your lap and you're like, you know what, I can't ignore this. It is going to take a lot of time, effort and energy to really push it out into the world, but it's totally worth it. And whatever you're doing or working on behind the scenes, it has very great implications for your finances. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Wheel of Fortune suggests a change in whatever you're experiencing. So if you've got a challenge on the health level, if you've got a niggle, an ache, a pain or some sort, this is where it starts to change or it goes away. For those of you that have been on healing journeys, or you're going through some sort of workout regime, this week you're going to see results, right? This is the week where you're like, okay, I finally, you know, when you get to that point of like, you do like week 5 is usually that time when you start a new workout regime and you're like, okay, I've been consistent and there's been nothing, and then you wake up on the 6th week and you're like, okay, look, you know, something's happening. So this could be great. And then when it comes to your home and environment, this week it kind of feels like there's going to be a surprise. And you know, it's like when someone just kind of invites themselves over, they don't really ask about it, they just turn up. This might be a week for that, so be careful. It could also be as well for a select few of you, maybe this is a moment at which someone or something that's unwelcome from the past shows up. I already know that this is happening for me, and I kind of already know who it's going to be. And I tell you, I'm not here for it, so we'll see. All right, your full moon message. So you got that full moon in your 12th house, sorry, in the sign of Gemini on the 19th. You've got the gate 14 and luck. This kind of suggests to me that there's some sort of guardian angel energy about this full moon for you, right? So this could be messages, impressions, thoughts, protections even that come to or through the intangible realm for you, right? Or it could just as easily be that this big money or this big financial jump that comes through this idea that is kind of, you know, almost like imprinted into your brain in some way. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a wonderful holiday season. Whatever you do or don't celebrate, I wish you all of the best. Take care, and I'll see you soon.